Hey everybody, welcome to TP Talks, where most of it is crap, but we got you some TP. Today we're going to be talking about what exactly got you into D&D. So, what'd you do? Was it someone, something? Was it YouTube? Who knows? Oh, spooky. So, who wants to go first?
Well, I think we should let us, let them know
Oh
who's
yeah,
here.
I guess introductions are in order.
You,
So,
you
it's
know,
me. It's
Uh,
me, the guy who plays Xeronis, the edgiest edgelord of edginess,
uh,
also known as Jeb.
Just,
Who else wants to
just
introduce
saying that like
themselves?
Shaitan is in the party.
Shh!
um,
Shut up.
You like
so
that,
just so everyone knows, this guy plays Uranus.
Hi.
Uh, he's floating around. There you go. We'll put him back.
Yeah, I guess I'll go next. It's your boy Trinity Snaps. I DM, Vitamare, and, I
This
play Hope and
person.
Igdol. And yes, I have the hoodie that says your mom on it, because
your mom.
There we go. Okay, put that back.
Alright, next. Who's talking next? Someone speak up
me,
before I
Justin, who are you?
Yes.
Justin?
I'm the man who plays Uranus, and the man who actually is doing the live stream thing.
Wait a
Wait,
minute,
did you
hold
just
on.
say you played?
Did you say you're on it? Wait a minute. I'm the one.
Cap.
I'm the
You don't do
changeling.
that.
I'm the paladin boy. I'm the one who goes wee. Fuck you.
It's like the Spider-Man meme when they're both pointing at each
If you
other.
can't tell, I am a perpetually confused man. Um. I play Cap, the small tiefling man that doesn't remember anything past a decade ago. That's fun. I'm scared because I think Trin plans to murder him. Yeah.
I may or may not, but
I mean, you're dead.
It's called TPK for a reason. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You can't die. You're already dead.
It's a rather good
You
point.
can't kill me again.
Jace, you introduce yourself.
Yes.
I'm Che.
He plays
Okay.
Serkan the Changeling.
Best one. Best one out of the entire group, honestly.
He plays Serkan.
Chase MVP.
You can't hear it, but I'm snapping.
Eh.
Speaking of
Hippie.
snapping, Tori, would you like to introduce yourself?
Snapping. Okay, that's how we segue. I am the Tori. I play the dumb cat.
Whoa.
Yes. The
That's
amazing
how
Democrat.
that works.
Hello?
All right.
Oh, okay, we're good.
Yeah, we can hear you, buddy. Don't worry.
Okay.
Anyone? Any other introductions we have to go through?
I'm Chase again.
I hate
Wow.
I mean,
Oh,
Cage is
also-
here, but Cage isn't saying anything.
Yeah, also here is Cage. Cage is going to be sort of on and off muted. They are the artists for all of our icons. And Cage is our #1 spectator. The
Growl,
only one
snarl,
who are-
snarl, growl. I made the emojis.
You
Okay,
made the
but, like-
emojis. Dark Kitty Neko. Check that out. But Cage is the one who makes all the tokens.
Yes.
So she's here most of the time, actually spectating and working on art while we're playing D&D most of the time.
Yes.
She's
She's also in a
she
few
might
campaigns
speak,
that
she
we
might not.
play.
Oh, she's in plenty of campaigns.
Yes.
Just not this one, or there's not the ones that we are running on the channel.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So let's transition into the other topic. How did you get into D&D?
Yeah, that's a good idea. How about we
Why
start? How about we roll for who starts this off?
Oh
Oh,
no.
God.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
We
fuck
are.
you.
I have a huge bag of dice after all. I really would love to use it.
Well, considering there's 6 people in the chat, you could roll a d6.
Exactly.
Uh-oh.
I already have a d6 out with my brand new dice. All right, here we go, boys. Oh well, funnily enough, Cage.
Lovely.
How'd you get into
Ah.
D&D, my friend?
The system works.
First victim.
Well, well, actually, I got into D&D because my husband actually wanted to get into it, and he had bought the player's handbook. Literally dropped it in my lap one day while I was working on drawing, and said, "Make a character." And my first response to that was actually, D&D, isn't this the game that 40-year-old virgins play in their mama's basement? And he says, well, yes, but no, make a character. And so I read through the entire book in the span of about 2 hours, and whenever I was done, I made my half-drow ranger, Arden, who Trin knows about. Everybody else knows about too, but she actually played a campaign with me as him in it. So, but yeah, that's pretty much how it was.
Arden was a great man.
For those of you who don't know, he fucking died.
He did die.
Huzzah!
I wasn't there, but he
Dead.
died.
That's a lot.
Yeah, Cage's characters have a tendency to die for some odd reason.
You know, people just
they're like
die.
a death magnet.
When it counts, like that roll really counts for a life or death scenario. Cage just automatically rolls nat ones. I can't explain why. It happens.
Hell,
And
there
it's-
was a campaign where we literally got the Frankenstein Cage's character back to life. That was a pretty fun one.
Good job.
Oh yeah.
I fear every time I down any of Cage's characters, I'm like, this is it. I lose them. I have to figure out a way for the party to possibly bring them back, if they even wish to bring them back. They're gone.
we usually do wish to bring the character back every time.
It's just, it sounds
I
great.
don't know why. It's like surprisingly enough, you guys seem to care about them, even though it's just like, oh wow, this is like the fifth time they've gone down.
Oh no.
I mean, I got worried when River went down that first time, and I was just like, oh no.
Not the bandit.
Like, I wasn't even a part of the fight. I was running away.
Alright, so who wants to go next?
rolling.
Trin, roll the
Roll.
clickety-clackety math rock.
Roll a d5.
Oh, it is myself.
Ah. Actually, I haven't
I've
heard
been
this story.
duped by my own dice. No, this is a simple story. I was a freshman in high school, and I heard of D&D, and I was like, this sounds really cool because it's fantasy stuff, and I'm a huge fantasy nerd. I was a sucker for fantasy, Lord of the Rings, you name it. And I was talking about it with my friends who were also nerds, and they said, hey, there's a D&D club at school here, and I'm like, you're shitting me. Like I did not know of this, and it was actually ran by the same teacher who basically ran what we called the nerd club, but it was actually the anime club. Same thing, basically.
Same
But-
thing.
Yeah. But I went there and I made a halfling ranger named Jade T-Barrel. And it wasn't like, it was just like a very calm, just sort of like eccentric group of people playing D&D. And I had this group of 2 rogues and then myself, so we called us the Rogue and Ranger Renegades. And yeah, that was basically how I got into it. And then I moved, so I just was like, I really want to play D&D again. And I found some online groups. I met all these wonderful people, and now I DM.
Someone's
Yes,
here
I'm-
that was not here before.
Oh,
You don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
I'm
Oh.
hijacking the
oh god.
Oh,
I-
a new challenger's approach. Quick,
Oh,
get the
God.
Smash Bros thing.
Now I gotta
you
put your
ran,
little dumb chibi.
No.
Wild Jackson in the beard.
you random person, introduce yourself.
Alright.
No.
No.
This is
Think it out.
Jackson.
Think it out.
This
This
is
is-
Jackson. He's a twink. Enough said.
No, we can't say that on live stream.
Jackson plays Kelvier in
Yeah.
Vitamare,
Yes,
and
I
he also
need
is the
to-
DM for the Igdal sessions. He's
Woo.
currently been out and about, so
I
we
was
haven't had much
initiative.
Igdal. Yeah. So we hadn't had much going on in terms of Igdal and all that, and Kelvir kind of went missing for a time, but he's back.
I think
As
it's
far as-
funny that Kelvir went missing, but River's just in a sack.
No, Kelvir was
Yeah.
just there, but Kelvir is just too short to be noticed half of the time.
Oh yeah, I
It's
assume we should also DM. I assume we should also apologize that we weren't able to record on this Sunday because we had some issues that came up
Yeah.
and we weren't able to stream. We apologize. So this
Oh,
is the
really?
makeup video.
Yes,
A little
this is
bit,
the
yeah.
makeup video for that. Speaking of which, following Sunday we should be live streaming our sessions from here on out, and then
Nice.
on Mondays is when we're going to be posting them.
Yes.
So, or they'll be posted right after. It's still a debate, but we're basically live streaming on Sundays from here on out.
Yeah.
And the Igdal
Would we also
schedule
live stream on Mondays when I run?
it is up to you, Jackson.
to you, my
That
boy.
is
That is up to you, my boy.
Oh boy.
yes,
My
so-
boy.
this
my
is what I'm-
boy.
So this is just as a heads up. Also, if you guys have any questions while we're streaming of anything you guys want to be ask us or ask about the group, the campaign, etc., feel
Oh.
free to.
I love that I
Yeah.
went from
Go up the stream.
in chat to hijacking the call though.
Mhm.
I swear we're gonna get like a question in the chat like, why is the dog's nose called? Just like that's
Why is
not
the
what we-
dog's nose cold?
I'm gonna get the question of why pugs exist, and then this is gonna completely
Just
derail.
genetic breeding.
You act like this
Okay.
wasn't gonna derail anyway.
All right. So, anyways, Trin, roll that clickety clackety math rock. Who's next?
All right.
One sec.
Well, now it's back up to a D5 because I joined.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Who
River.
is it? Go.
That's
Tori.
not my name.
Tori. I'm
Tori.
sorry. I
Tori.
had a burp in the back. of my
Tori,
throat.
how did you get into Gary Gygax's ultimate fan fiction? Please tell
So
us.
let me tell you a tale, literally just about the exact same thing that happened to Tren.
Not
Just
surprised.
just about because I
Nice.
am her clone.
We
Yeah,
haven't
just
Yeah,
yet
you
another
are her
solved
example of why
clone,
we're
so-
clones.
Yeah. We
So, I met a friend, and I heard about D&D before, and I was like, oh wow, and he played D&D, and I was like, wow, this is cool. Freshman year of high school, I was like, this is great. But
Apparently
instead
freshman
of
year is
having a
common
club,
year
because
for
our
this.
our school did not have clubs, forget that. If you don't play sports, you're not worthy.
haven't-
So
Accurate.
Yeah, it sounded
instead,
like what school would do.
we just had 30-minute sessions for 2 years in the lunchroom.
Mm.
And it was difficult. And they had me DM who had never played D&D before. Cause that sounds logical.
Learn the
Duh.
hard way.
Oh, we know what happens with first-time DMs who've never really played D&D before. They usually do dumb things like give you rings of 3 wishes.
No, I did not do
um,
that. I mercilessly murdered all of them
Deck of many
repeatedly.
things multiple times.
No, just I just decided to throw really high-level monsters at them at the beginning.
Oh, you didn't. Yeah.
Cause I was like, oh, they can
Yeah.
handle it, and they could not
They
handle
No,
it.
they couldn't.
And then I decided to make myself a player that I could help them along with. But my player that I made for myself had a drawback. That if she decided to heal you and she rolled a 5 or less, you got injured instead. And I did not roll good ever,
So
Nice.
it was wild magic with a healer.
basically.
Why? I'm
There
the
was a
pharmacist.
percentage. There was a percentage that you could die from healing.
No longer
And it
pharmacists,
happened.
only pharmacists.
My mind is just going, here, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds. Oops. Fireball
I need
centered
more
on
wounds.
myself.
Oh no.
Honestly, I want to bring that character back and actually play them and talk to a
Kind
DM
of.
about
Did I
that.
say cure wounds? I meant inflict wounds.
Ooh. I now want to play a
Dead.
wild magic cleric.
Because it's just like,
That's something.
I have not touched paladin or cleric yet.
That
I
would be a
know
very
that.
fun
I
one
mean,
shot. Like every
I-
class, but they're wild magic.
I want
Every
to
magic
do that.
character is wild magic.
I wanted so badly to just play that character again because it was just
Oh
There was
god,
no in
Warlock with
between.
wild magic.
No, there was no in between though. It was either you got healed or you got injured by magic. There was no in between. There was no it didn't do anything. It was just simple. Injured, healed.
Right.
All right.
And I was a
Anyone
menace.
else?
Your turn.
Oh, it's my turn?
Yes,
You
it
suck,
is.
Jeb.
Okay, so basically, it all started with, I don't know if you guys know them, but you guys know the YouTube channel Yogscast?
Ah.
They had
Minecraft
this
one?
fun little thing. Yeah, they played Minecraft and stuff. But another thing they did on the side was this thing called the Yogs Quest, and they played D&D. I came in on the second one, so it was really sci-fi and everything. They were in space, and it was really cool. And I was like, I want to do that. That looks fun. But I didn't really have any place to do it, and I kind of forgot about it. Went into freshman year. Then I had basically no friends, and I was like, "Well, this sucks."
That's
And my
okay.
mom was
None of
like,
us had
"Hey,
friends.
my friend was
Yeah.
like, "Hey there, kiddo. How about instead of being depressed, there's this. I know you're a big old nerd. So why don't you go check out this thing at the
Why
library?
don't
It's
you join
Dungeons
the
and
Satanic
Dragons.
Panic? I mean,
Why don't you go join Gary Gygax's fan club?" And I did. No, but I did join this group. It was at the library. They were called the Hero's Journey. They are still running. They're pretty fun. And I actually met one of my best friends there, Chris. If you're watching this, hey Chris. And yeah, no, I got to make my very first character, coincidentally, a paladin. Paladins are fun. I like them. Shut up. But yeah, no, that was basically my character, and it was very fun. I had a lot of adventures. And then I
Jebediah
found you
will always
guys.
have a place in our hearts, though.
Yeah, and then later on, I got to find this group off the app Amino, and I got to make Jebediah Joba, the world's
Oh my
worst monk.
god.
But that's a story. That is a story for
That's a
another
story
time
for
Oh,
because
good
time.
lord.
he's
Story
got a
for another
lot.
day.
He's got a lot of stuff that he's done.
Can we pause for a second?
What?
You okay?
Sorry.
In chat, toy.
Ask.
Is there going to be more campaigns other than Fair and Igdol? Maybe.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's not me.
Okay.
Does that
I
mean?
Is
I
there?
mean,
So
you're
yeah,
running
there's a
one.
chance. Right now we have Vita and Igdol. Basically we're all a group. This channel is mostly for our general group. We can add more, we can take away more, but this is the basis of the group. And if they wish to run something for the channel, they may, as long as they don't go against TOS.
We could be doing one shots. It could be any one of us.
Yeah,
It could be
that's
you.
right.
It could be
So
me.
basically, you just said that Serena is out.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
That cannot. I'm
You
gonna
st-
that would start a war.
Yeah.
Now you stay in your
We
creative
we need to
corner,
just
I swear.
we just need to leave that out.
Yeah, we're
Alright.
starting a campaign with our group, and I guess
Mm.
we haven't started yet. So now this is great.
Yeah.
What's the?
What's going on?
Mom, continue.
You didn't even spell. I don't think you spelled heretic right.
No,
Oh.
you didn't.
No.
Heretic.
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 I find it
It's supposed to be an E.
Yeah, heretic.
Ow.
You clown. Look at this
Spelling
clown.
Spelling lessons with Cade. Heretic is spelled Heretic. There you go.
Alright, well,
Heretic.
moving on. Trin, roll the clickety clackety math dice.
Takes it away.
We're what, down to D4?
So,
D4.
I think it's like
Next up is
D3.
Chase.
No.
Yes.
I said no. Please.
I said
Alright, kick him.
yes.
Kick him.
Chase, speak or be removed.
Well, I have a very wonderful story. And basically, hold up, let me just get to Discord so I can leave the call real quick. And,
No, come on.
Alright, so, growing up, I've always had this little, I don't know, knack for creating little characters. And at first, in 7th grade, it began with superheroes uh, because my dad introduced me to like Marvel and shit like that.
Marvel and DC.
I specifically remember tracing a picture of Iron Man on my trailer park window.
Beautiful.
In
Yo,
kindergarten.
that's cool. That's pretty
And
cool.
I don't have that anymore, but fuck. But it originally
You don't
started
have
out
the
with like,
trailer park window anymore? What?
no, I don't have the drawing of Iron Man anymore.
Bro, did someone steal your window? I'm sorry. I'm
They stole
kidding,
my
I'm
window.
kidding.
Can't have- They stole my window. Can't have shit in the toy. Alright, so, and originally, it would be like, you know, a mad human who could produce radiation, some one chick who could produce fire and turn into a dragon, an elf. Let's see.
That's it.
Originally,
Just
as
an
a
elf.
I
Just
like
Sorry,
how
are
you
you in
gave up.
chat twice?
Because
my
the
God,
power my
yes.
fucking characters had. And I always had this like weird thing for like character creation and customizability. And while that didn't really suit with Skylanders, I was able to.
Until you had the Switch ones.
Shh, let the man speak.
I refuse.
You like Clock Force does exist? I did get that one. Because I'm a corporate Phil. Anyways, basically, as it started to like branch off like to a more fantasy aspect, I learned of this one. Well, not really learned, but it was always like in the back of my mind due to how fucking prominent it is in fucking pop culture. My first fucking memory, ever. I don't want to swear that much, but like, is when I was like a baby, essentially, just watching the D&D episode of SpongeBob.
Oh my god. Yes.
And as I grew older, my brother went into D&D club at our school. He'd later leave, but like, it would get me interested in like
Bonk.
do all the stuff that you can do for like customizability. Let's see. And when I would mention that, my stepdad actually would eventually he just get me a player's handbook, a dungeon master guide, and a monster manual, as well as some dice for Christmas. And that summer, he kind of like sat me and my mom down and like made D&D characters with us for a campaign he was starting. Let's see. My mother made a half-elf wizard named Misha, and I played her son, who was a tiefling rogue named Cairo, with a K. And we started our own little campaign, which is like just me, my mom, and stepdad. But later, my dad will join in because he played D&D as well as a kid. A Goliath fighter named Saber. My friend from school, Maddie, would play a human fighter named Lucia, but would later switch out for a tiefling. I mean, not a tiefling, Tabaxia bard. I forgot her name. Tara. And then my other friend, Brandon, would also play. Fuck, he swapped out characters a lot. I forgot which one he plays now. I do believe it was a half-elf, I like to say. And yeah, basically grew up with superheroes, switched off to Skylanders, went on to D&D, blah, that shit. Hello?
Yeah.
Wait.
No, we hear you.
Oh, here.
Yeah, keep going, dude.
Alright, shit. Fuck, if y'all want encore.
I mean, this is kind of just how you're getting into D&D. Is this how you got into D&D?
Yeah, this is how I got into D&D, and I didn't really
Good.
get. Well, I was actually introduced into online D&D actually kind of early in my Dungeons and Dragons career, so to speak. Not really career, more like hobby.
Wait, y'all get paid? Hold on.
Okay.
Wait,
Hold
y'all
on, you guys get paid?
Y'all get paid?
Let's
Wait,
see.
what?
and I remember going onto Amina one day, Dungeons and Dragons, of course, and I saw this one ad for a campaign known as Vortis, and I kind of joined
Oh,
in a little
God.
late. I joined in a little late, as in like 2 days before session started. I came up with my character,
Mhm.
who was a an undying warlock trapped inside the body of a puppet named Kothor Salazard.
1 second. Did it have a backstory?
Small backstory.
Funny thing. Okay, I feel like we should explain this. Funny thing about Chase's character is
Answer the question first.
don't
Yeah,
be that
small
guy. Don't,
backstory, yeah.
don't be that guy. But no, a funny thing with Chase's characters is that it's not all of them, but there's a good proportion of them that just don't have backstories, and he makes it up as we go. It
Sir
makes
Khan for the first
it ma-
like 83 times he's played him.
Yeah.
like, don't get me wrong, it makes it for really
Oh, yeah.
interesting character stuff.
It's great.
But it's really funny because it's just like, so yeah, where'd you come from? And there's just silence coming from Chase. Then we're just like, oh,
There's
oh,
just
you didn't write
static.
anything, did you?
There's
It's like
just
it's like it's
static.
like an act. It's like an actor who didn't memorize their lines. It's like, where'd you come from?
Uh,
Line. Looking like
Line.
DM.
All right. Anyways,
Alright,
anyone else
hold
we
on,
got?
hold on, hold on.
Okay, okay.
Let's see. Oh yeah, y'all want a fucking encore? Y'all are getting a fucking encore.
Oh my
Basically,
God.
He's so
Oh,
hostile
Lord.
about this.
if we
please.
don't stop him, he'll go on forever.
Yeah.
hey, Jackson.
Careful there.
Basically,
Don't you
Over
remember
that
the description
time,
from the session that wasn't actually aired?
and over that. No,
Alright,
over that
moving on.
time,
Moving on.
Please continue, Chase.
Yeah.
Chase, continue. Enough arguing.
And over the long, expansive course of 3 years, I would be in at max 10 sessions a week.
Oh,
Most of which are online.
Yeah.
Dear Lord.
Why?
Dead ass. I would stay up during school nights just to play D&D and lose out on sleep
Why?
Dear Lord.
because I have an unhealthy addiction.
We all do. We all do.
No, I have an
Alright.
unhealthy obsession with
This whole-
sleep. I'm
And
okay.
honestly, this COVID stuff is honestly kind of poggers for my D&D.
Alright.
Yo, it's given me
Just poggers
enough
in
time
my
to
live
make
stream.
campaigns. Like I'm
Alright.
having fun.
Yeah, and like,
Moving on. Trin, roll that clickety clackety math rock.
I
Calling
vote
at this
Jackson.
point, right?
Who's left? Justin and I?
Justin
Yeah.
and Jackson.
Roll the rock. Flip a
Um,
coin. I don't know.
Oh, I
I'm
got
very
a
curious.
D2. Hold up.
Wait, what?
It's called a
Is
coin.
it just
What's
Yeah,
a
it's called a
D2?
coin.
It's called a
Oh.
coin.
No.
Oh.
Call a quarter.
No. It's a
Clown.
Kraken one.
Oh!
Ah!
It's a what?
I didn't know D2s exist.
she's got Kraken
She's
dice, yeah.
It's a
She's talking about those
coin.
Pokemon coins that you collect when you buy the card packs.
Yes.
Okay,
It's
so
a coin.
heads or tails, Jackson.
It's not a coin. Pick heads or tails.
Tails, gotcha.
Tails.
All right, you're up.
Dang.
Ha.
Jackson. Tails is
Alright.
more likely to come up than heads.
No, it's not. It's literally a
Okay.
50-50.
No, but head has more. Well, typically on most
Oh.
coins, but head has more mass.
All right,
but
flip
it
the coin.
gets-
Flip the coin. Come on, please.
It's not a coin. It's a D2. And by
It's
the
a
way,
coin.
tails.
It's a
Jackson's up.
coin. Flip it.
Jackson's up.
Mythbusters proved that it's actually just a 50-50. But
Oh my god.
Either
Tell your
way.
tell your story.
What?
Tell your story.
I was getting there. It all started freshman year.
Oh my god. Okay, at what point do I stop being a clone and I'm just the mix of
Corey,
these
we-
two?
Tori, we've told you, you're just a mix of Trin and I.
Mm,
Alright. Anyways, please continue, my friend.
It was freshman year, and I was friends with this dude, Griffin, who some of you have actually met. He played in the one-shot with us, where Justin, you played Walker, and where Noon first came up.
you made me kill my boy!
Yeah, that was fun. But, I met him through high school because we ended up in choir together. No, it was the show. It was, it was Mary Poppins.
What?
We're both theater kids.
Ah.
Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
Mary Poppins be poppin'.
I've been in a lot of shows. I was in
I've-
Wizard of
I've
Oz
been in
twice, but
Zero.
that's a whole new topic. But the biggest thing was I was with him and I was friends with a guy named Steven who helped me play the Tiefling Bard that I talk about so much. Who was my second character, actually. The first one, though, I played with Griffin. We ended up meeting on Sundays most times, and I played an Aasimar ranger by the name of L'Oreal, who had a panther. But yeah, it was pretty simple. Of just, hey, you want to play? And I went, yeah. It's pretty much the same as the two others that started the freshman year. Always been a fan of fantasy, and it just kind of evolves from there.
Justin.
Justin.
Wait, first you have to vote.
Justin,
please.
It's Justin or
How
Justin.
did you get into the Gary Gygax fan club? Please tell us all.
So it all started. Senior year? Was it senior year? Did I start
Oh
playing?
wow, you
Yes,
got
it
in
was
late.
your senior year.
He's
last
different.
year.
He's different.
Yeah, no, I've
No,
not.
I
I've
got him
been,
into it last year.
I've been playing this.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, you just ruined the man's story. Damn.
No,
Yeah,
there's
no,
more
so-
to it. He can tell the rest.
Around last year, me and Jackson ended up in a class where what we did was pan them out to use AutoCAD on something they can barely run Chrome. Not fun.
Not even.
Not even. Those computers shouldn't have been running AutoCAD. But me and Jackson, we were good schoolboys. We got our work done early because, we and
We
we would,
know what we're doing.
yeah.
Good school boys. Yeah.
Didn't abuse it.
We were good children.
You were a good child.
So we had a lot of time happened to sit next to each other, and he was talking about D&D. I'm like, oh hey, that's the game about that's the game about
Satan,
like
right?
going. No, actually, in my mind, it was the game of like going into a cave and beating up monsters while yeah, that's basically all I knew, is that every now and
Which
again you go in
Yeah,
caves
because
to
that
beat
happens.
It's not too far off.
things. So we so we sat next to each other. He's like, oh yeah, I'm in a campaign. I'm like, oh okay, cool. And like I jokingly came up with a concept for a
Shovel
character.
Knight.
Shovel Crusader, a
Shovel Knight
paladin.
Doom guy.
Yeah, a paladin who just really hated demons. Ironically, that character did evolve into a serious character eventually, but
Took him a while.
took him quite a while, and he was so eventually I think like summer after, actually it might have been actually junior year. No, not junior year, it was senior year. But then summer summer rolls around, he starts a campaign called Laura, where it was me and Trin were in it originally. Jeb would join later on, which that whole campaign's a different story. Dear Lord.
Jeb and Chase would join later on.
Yes. Jeb ended up being.
Hey,
the
don't
EDG.
forget about my meme. I joined
Oh,
later
yeah.
on too.
Oh
That's
yeah, there
right.
is no save.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
Jeb's angry.
So my first character, a changeling martial class. 'Cause-
Changeling?
Yes, my first character was.
Changeling?
Changeling and Justin. Justin using changelings. That's
Never
forbidden.
uses that.
He
Ever.
never does that.
He
That's
changed.
so,
Funnily,
that's so odd.
ironically enough, he actually changed classes more than he changed races.
That is also true.
Funnily enough, there was in-character reasons for it.
So he went. He went fighter, paladin to fighter, barbarian to warlock paladin.
To warlock fighter, then to warlock paladin. Paladin for who we thought was a BBEGF for first, and also the warlock. His story is crazy. Also, he was difficult to deal with. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now we have a second campaign with him in it.
Yeah. Well, not really. Not really. He's gonna be more of a side
His
character.
child, but
Yeah. Now he's just retired, 30-something, who has a lot of money for his age because he retired at like 21. Kind of what happens when you go through what happened to Laura. So yeah, no, that's everyone down the list. So, should we just like go more in depth on what our first characters were like?
I mean, we could do that, or we could start talking about either Vitamare or Igdal, kind of character-wise.
Okay.
I mean,
Either were.
Oh yeah. How about
I
we
will
talk
murder
about...
you all. That's what my characters do.
I
Yeah,
guess we could
actually,
talk
both of
about
them.
the characters we have in all the different campaigns.
All of my characters just murder.
You fool, I've been a part of several different campaigns.
Same here.
Yes. But, so I'm sure as everyone knows, I play Cap, and, I kind of gave Cap as just a trend, as a thing for Trin to be like, hey, look, if you need plot to happen in a certain place, here's a character with amnesia, please don't hurt me.
Please.
I
don't.
mean-
by the way, the worst mistake you could ever make.
Yeah.
Like,
I
just
Yes.
mean,
putting that
I
one out
did
there.
I did a thing similar, except I also gave her a handicap with the fact that I forget every 5 minutes.
Just ask Trin what happens when you give a DM an amnesiac character.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
I
I realized
tortured
when
her
you guys
for
started
balls.
throwing characters at me, and I was like, oh my god, I want to destroy all of you.
But no, I tortured Trin's Furbolg.
Only slightly.
Camellia.
I think she was more
I
irritating than
helped.
Rax.
Yeah, you did
Oh,
help.
yeah.
You and John.
Yeah, John isn't here at the moment, but he's the guy who plays Yggdrasil, and he did play Dolvac, but due to...
I don't know if we have any recorded stuff with
I'm going to
Dolvac.
We
I'm
do,
gonna
we do.
cry.
We do?
I'm gonna cry. I miss him.
So, anything else you find folks want to talk about, or is that it today for TP Talks?
Well, maybe the chat has something.
Yes.
Chat, you got any
You know what?
questions?
Q&A time. Ask questions.
Q&A time.
You sound really done with it.
I'm just
Yeah,
tired.
Oh my god, Tori. Tori, what are your questions?
Don't. No.
Tori.
No.
Tori, you're not allowed to ask questions. You're a part of the
If you
group.
have questions, just ask them out loud.
But you guys said chat, so I just threw myself in chat.
Oh
Yes,
my
but
God.
you're in the call.
It's because it's only Tori. Tori has taken over all the account.
I mean, technically,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you
I
know
I mean,
what?
that's
Hang on.
that's honestly tantamount to an artist posting a picture and then liking their own post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Hang on. There's 4 people in chat.
Yes.
I'm in there to watch, just to see who's saying. Obviously, Tori's in there, but how many times is Tori in there?
That's a good question.
Can you count all of them?
Okay, we got...
Because if it's
Alright,
3, that
we've-
means we're the only ones in chat.
We've really sidetracked now. So,
Are
is that
you
it for
sure?
today, or
Yeah, pretty much.
anything else?
A good 45.
Alright.
I will say this.
Oh.
Be excited for the next session of Vitamare, because
We gonna die!
And I'm gonna be back.
Yeah.
it's
everyone-
gonna
it's
cry.
it's called the Dance of Death for a reason.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Alright.
Yay. Alright,
Like,
well,
I'm just
anyways,
going back. I have
Bye.
no clue.
thanks for joining us on TP Talks. Have a great
Bye.
day.